chapter 1.3 basic properties of real numbers. So in this section, we're going to be going over different properties. The first couple ones are reflexive, symmetric, transitive, addition, and multiplication. Reflexive property is like looking at a mirror, so whatever you have, A equals A, B equals B, C equals C. Symmetric is if A and B are equal to each other, then B equals A. Transitive is if A equals B and, I should have an and here, and B equals C, then A equals C. Addition is if A equals B, then A plus C equals B plus C, and C plus A equals C plus B. So basically, if A and B are equal, you can add anything to both sides and they will still be the same. So if you add the same number to both sides, then it would be the same. And that's the addition property. Multiplication property is if A equals B, then AC equals BC, and CA equals CB. So if you multiply by the same number to both sides, they're still going to be equal. One of the most difficult properties is commutative property versus associative property. So I made up an acronym to help you remember which is commutative and which is associative. Because again, it's easy to get mixed up. My acronym is all gates can open. It's kind of lame, but it works. So associative stands for A, or A stands for associative. And associative deals with grouping. That means whatever you're grouping in parentheses is changing. C stands for commutative. And that deals with order. So you would use this, for example, If you were given A plus B equals B plus A, or AB equals BA, or 12 plus 6 equals 6 plus 12, if you notice the order is changing, nothing that's being grouped together is changing, so just the order. So this is commutative property. Now, if you had something like A plus B plus C, and plus B plus C, and if you notice, I have A plus B here and B plus C, and what I'm changing is the grouping. What's being grouped is different. Same if you had A, B, C, A, B, C, and you grouped A, B first, and then B, C second. What's being grouped together has changed, so this makes it the associative property. So again, associative property deals with grouping. What's in the grouping symbols is being changed. Commutative property, it deals with order. So if I gave you A plus B plus C equals C plus A plus B, which property is this? Well, there's grouping symbols, but are my grouping symbols being changed? Here I have A plus B, here I have A plus B. What's in the grouping symbol is not changed. I have an A and a B in both of them, and you're adding both of them together. So it can't be associative property because the groupings are the same. But it is commutative because I changed the order. C came second, and here C came first. So this is the commutative property. We have a few more properties. Identity. A plus 0 equals A, and 0 plus A equals A. So if you add 0 to both sides, you're still going to get A. If you multiply by 1, okay, doesn't matter the order, whenever you multiply by a 1, you will still get that same answer. So A times 1 or 1 times A, you still get A. So like 5 times 1 is 5, 6 times 1 is 6. Either way, when you multiply by a 1, you still get the same answer, or if you add by 0, you still get the same answer. So that's identity property. Don't get it confused with inverse property, most common mistake on the test. Inverse property, that's when you are adding by a negative and you end up getting 0. Or if you have a negative and you add by a positive, you get 0. So if you have 5 minus 5, it's 0. Negative 5 plus 5 is 0. You're adding the inverse and you get 0. Distributive property. Distributive property would be A parentheses B plus C equals AB plus A, whoops, I should have wrote a C here, excuse me, A times B, which is AB, A times C, which is AC. Or, even if it was written like this, you would have A times B, A times C. So AB plus AC. Last one is property of reciprocals. If you have a, the reciprocal of a is 1 over a. So if you multiply those, you get a over a, which is 1. Or if you had 1 over a, the reciprocal of that, you flip the fraction, would just be a over 1, which is a over a, which is also 1. So property of reciprocals, you just flip the fraction, and when you multiply it together, you get 1.